Hello, and welcome back to Hagan's New Jersey PIP Tips, where we bring you monthly segments on New Jersey auto insurance personal injury protection, otherwise known as PIP. Production has been suspended for the last few months, so it's great to be back and shooting another video. The great news is yesterday, from the date of this shoot, the FDA finally approved the vaccine, and it should be rolling out in actual injections starting today or within the next few days. And hopefully we can get the vaccine out and get beyond this pandemic. Hopefully, again, it'll be as safe and as effective as they say it is, and we can get into a new year, 2021, and leave 2020 way behind. It's been a tough year for everyone. I hope you're staying strong, healthy, and safe. So today we're going to be talking for PIP about a new code that the AMA approved to be used specifically during pandemics like this. I'll also briefly talk about Caris Imaging Group, who was the winner last video. Can't say last month, the last video, but we haven't been able to get together so I could talk fully enough and educate you about the services they offer. So I'll talk to them briefly, but then we'll do next month. Additionally, I want to talk about a GoFundMe that I started. This is going to be my final push of the year for a dear friend of mine. And then also we have our winter thank you gifts that are going out, which is our desk calendars. We'll talk about that also. So let's get right into it, since it's been a long time since our last video. So the first thing I'd like to talk to you about today is a new code that the AMA just approved in September of this year, and it's specifically an additional code to use during times like this, the pandemic, because of the services, extra time and supplies you have to provide. That code is CPT Code 99072. That's 99072. So this code is to be can be billed once per visit with a patient, on top of your services, whether it's an evaluation such as a 99212 or therapy services that you're providing. Maybe it's manipulations, physiotherapy, exercise, etc. So whatever evaluation or services you're providing, if you incurred additional costs to meet the needs of the pandemic, so you can provide these services in a safe and effective way for your patients and also for yourself and your staff. It takes into account that you're now incurring additional time working, getting ready to see a patient in terms of the procedures you have to do under the CDC guidelines, whether it's certain PPE equipment that you use, having patients wait separately and then bringing them into isolated rooms, things of that nature, the hand sanitizers, the masks, you name it. So I've been in several offices, both as a patient and as an attorney, and I've seen some wonderful things in terms of keeping it safe for everybody involved, but yet still being able to provide treatment. I know just the other day I had to get tested because I had exposure to somebody with positive, and the facility I went to was just remarkable how orderly and safe, and breaking it up and having equipment, sanitizers, their own pens even. So this code is 99072, and the definition is additional supplies, materials, and clinical staff time over and above those usually included in an office visit or other non-facility services when performed during a public health emergency as defined by law due to respiratory transmitted infectious disease. So this is clearly falling within the COVID-19. Hopefully we'll never have to see this code again, but it could come up in the future depending on illnesses that turn into a pandemic. In terms of fees, I would say use your best judgment, something reasonable. There is no established fee as of yet. It's my understanding that CMS is going to bundle it in. However, that's not to say that it cannot be paid by health insurance and auto insurance. I don't believe there's an NCCI edit for it. However, as of now, a lot of insurance companies, because of the newness of it, aren't prepared to deal with it. So if you believe that your services meet this additional code, for your additional cost and time. In addition to the code you bill for the service, bill 99072, and again, use your best judgment for a reasonable fee. Be consistent. And if you have any questions regarding this code, or if you find positive feedback, let me know so I can share with others in terms of what's being paid, by who, how much. So it's been a crazy time. The medical providers, healthcare providers have been under great pressure because the public's under great pressure in terms of getting evaluated and treatment during these difficult times. So this is just something else in addition to your practice, and since it just came out, I wanted to share it with you. Next, I wanted to talk to you about a GoFundMe page that I started. A dear friend of mine had a major stroke about a little over 2 months ago. As a result, they had to remove part of his skull because he had pressure on the brain. He's got some paralysis on the right side, so he's in just actually today getting out of subacute rehab and heading home where he'll have to continue his therapies. So I started a GoFundMe page. It can be found on GoFundMe, and particularly the name Bob Colo, B-O-B, Colo, K-O-L-O. We've had tremendous response. I'm sharing this one last time. If you go there, there's some good videos on from ex-Eagle and NFL players. They're great videos that fortunately these wonderful gentlemen reached out and sent a video for Bob to encourage him during his recovery and to keep working hard, which he has been, and has had a tremendous response. So if you can help out a dear friend, this friend goes back to high school and stayed with friends and just saw him 3 days before the stroke on a fishing trip. So if you can help out anyway, by either sharing with your contacts, your social media, or if you can make a donation yourself, 5, 10, 20, 100, 1,000, whatever your means are, I'd greatly appreciate it, and obviously the Colo family will appreciate it. Next, as you know, I do a monthly drawing for a provider who has any type of correspondence, communications with my office. The last winner from the last video was Caris Imaging Group. Unfortunately, we've been playing phone tag in these situations, so I felt like I couldn't fully put it in the video to do them justice. They're a great company with a lot of services and imaging groups out there. So I will feature them in the next video, so I'm not going to do a drawing for this month, and I apologize for that. Again, it's been a little hectic, particularly with these spikes, and I know to be safe around the holidays, I had my staff go back to remote, and I've been in the office. However, this past week, because I came into contact, I therefore quarantined at home. So we look forward to talking and introducing you to Caris Imaging Group. Next, I want to let you know it's this time of year. We do seasonal thank you gifts this year and years past, which seem to be a very big hit, is the desk calendar. So unfortunately, due to COVID, it took a lot longer to get. I placed the order in earlier than ever. Usually I can get them in 2 weeks. I placed the order, I think it was back in end of September, and they were originally expecting I should have had it at the start of November. Of course, their supplies and therefore delivery got delayed, but they will be going out this month. It's the desk calendar, everybody who's in my Hagan Professional Information Program. So they will be sending out. Initially, I was thinking I was going to do an event where you could come and pick them up. However, due to the COVID, along with the last minute, we're going to be mailing them out this week. So look for it in the mail. If you don't get them for some reason by the end of the year, and I'm trying to get them out, the calendar starts with this month so that you can throw out your old one right away, and then has the full next year. Okay? I hope you appreciate it. I know when I started the calendars probably 4 or 5 years ago, the second year I thought, maybe I won't do it, and I heard from all these people, hey, you send out the calendar. So I hear it's a big hit, and I know we use them in our office to keep track of everything, and everybody has it on the desk. Well, I hope you found this video helpful and informative. Start using this new code. We'll see how it turns out in terms of insurance payments. As we're finishing up 2020, I hope you have a tremendous, wonderful holiday season with your family, with your friends, with your staff, and of course a Happy New Year for 2021. It's unbelievable 2020 that we're finally bringing this to the close, and hopefully we bring it to a close in a positive way. Thank you, God bless, and I'll see you soon.